Hello, Collective. Welcome into your reading today. There's an interesting message coming out here, and I am kind of excited to get into this one. When I asked what we're talking about, we have Just Watch Me. Now, interesting, the message I last did, pardon me, was about oh my gosh, the vessel, the body. And this is the very next card in the deck. So it feels like this could be a continuation from that, especially because the other card that came out is Life Force, which was on the bottom of the deck. Now it's here. And so with Just Watch Me and Life Force, as I look at them on the table, they're like this. And it's like, instead of just watch me like I'm going to do it, this is something like a teacher aspect, as if you have learned something about how to move energy through you. You've learned how to do this, and now you are teaching others how to shift their energy. And so, to be clear, because I was feeling torn between that, or was this like inner child, like, just watch me, like, hey mom, watch me, hey dad, look at me. It's I had to gain clarity. And what came out was Lily, this mature phase. So this definitely feels like it is the teacher vibe. Now, I could have been also picking up on the fact that your more mature self is teaching your younger self something. That could also be a possibility. So if you resonate with that, take it in that way. So we have learned something within our own body and vessel, and now are in turn relaying that information to others. So as I dove more into what is this about, I got the star and the snake. And all of a sudden, I was seeing this card. I was seeing like a very Indian dance. I was seeing belly dancing. And then when this came out, I was seeing a snake charmer energy. And this, is this deceptive? Because it feels like if there was a deceptive energy that was rising, whatever this deceptive energy was within, it's being healed. And it also feels like it's being inspired by this mature feminine energy. It has a very seductive quality about it, but it doesn't feel bad or wrong. Okay, so this could be coming to terms with your own sexuality. Okay, and then when I asked, well, tell me more about this life force energy, like what's on the move and rising, we have the tower and the garden. And I'm seeing this tower as you're a vessel. And this is obviously more than one story high, right? So it's something about, I'm seeing someone climbing the stairs inside to get from the bottom to the top. And then the garden, this feels like in some sort of a public manner. Like this is where you would teach. This is where you would teach others. So I'm picking up on a collective who, in some way, shape, or form, is taking what they have learned and presenting it to a group. This could be in the form of writing a book. This could be in the form of holding seminars. This could be in the form of retreats. This could be having a channel. You could have a YouTube channel and you share with the world what you have learned. You're sharing your wisdom of how to rise and how to, it feels rise from deception. Because what's actually rising, which also is represented by the snake, is the intelligence. The rise of consciousness. Well, that would make sense with the star, with the cosmic. Because you have achieved something, it's helped you progress to your goals. So now you're in turn sharing with others. Bottom of the deck is bouquet. Pleasantness, gift, charming, joy, happiness, flattery. And I said a snake charmer. Underneath, that's the inner child. And then the fox. Clever, selfish, sneaky. Perhaps you are just out and about in the world. And because of your wisdom, your raised consciousness, you are, this is a wild message, you are the snake charmer. And you are charming deception in a very clever manner, a very clever way. And what happens is it triggers something inside of them that they elevate their consciousness. I'm kind of seeing that you're just out there having fun. You're doing your own thing. Like not even aware that this is what truly is happening. But you have taken on some sort of a snake charmer. Like there's a lot of snakes in the world, right? There's a lot of deception in the world, metaphorically. There's a lot of deception out there. But you and your wisdom, you've learned how to charm the snakes. And you're just out here having fun and joy and have no clue this is what you're doing. Interesting. Bottom of the deck of the inner temple is Chamber of Protection. It's because you know you're protected. Your consciousness is protected. Your mind is connected deeper than before. And I just said connected instead of protected. Yeah. You've seen through the trap of scarcity. And you're like, nope, I know that's not true anymore. And here you come, standing out. You've gone through this phase. You took this stand. You rose. This is a collective who I would say feels as if they have been through a transformation that felt like they rose from the depths. This is a very Phoenix type energy that this is giving off. Okay, and they're showing me sacral energy, snake charmer, sexuality. You know better now. Like, you know something. So this very well could be you teaching your inner child a sense of protection. But you definitely know this transformation. You've been through the chamber of transformation, and you have retrieved some part of you. And look, this looks like very inner child. You have retrieved some part of you that was deceived. You've seen the light now. Something you were taught as a child is it was deceptive. Plain old deceptive. And with that being said, it doesn't feel as if someone deceived you to be deceptive. This is something that someone else learned. It's what they thought. It's what they thought was right. And they shared that. But for you or us or the awakened or whatever collective this is landing with, this was not accurate for us. Ceremony of life. You've gained the maturity. Ceremony of life. You're celebrating this journey that you've been on. You're like, thank God I see that now. I used to believe that way. And as I say that, it's important to remember this is not a phase where it's like, I ain't mad at it. Okay, there's a song. I'm mad at ya. I can't think of the tune. I ain't mad at ya. I wish I knew that song. It's a kind of a slower song. I ain't mad at ya. I can look it up. Oh, okay. It's two things here. I can look it up. I will put it in the description or put it in the first comment and pin it, something like that. So I'm getting that this is a conversation between you and your inner child. I'm not mad at you. Allowing your inner child know it was okay that you sought out or discovered or seeked a certain life experience. I'm not mad at you. And I also can see that as other people being your teacher, these people that taught you that in the first place, I'm not mad at you because I know deep in your heart, your intention was for the highest good. Your intention was to teach what you felt was right. But now the tables have turned, and it's time for you to teach what you feel is right. The mystic. And create some space. Those were the cards that came out, I don't know, 3 or 4, 5 readings ago. You had to create some space for the mystic to evolve. You had to step away from old teachings, old beliefs, in order to allow the mystic inside of you to come out. Okay, interesting. I don't know how this got here. I set those to the side, but the strength card was sitting here by itself, and the rest of the whole deck is over here. And this was on the table. I feel like the divine wants you to know it took a lot of strength to do this. A lot of strength, a lot of courage. Ooh. Feel those emotions. Makes me want to cry. And I'm also seeing with that mystic, this is like the magician here. And I know this dog is very large, but I'm seeing this as a pup. A great big pup. And you are so loyal to the magician, the mystic inside of you, the snake charmer inside of you. Even you didn't know where this path was going to take you. You just decided to jump in and go for it and say, I'm hearing the song, I Will Follow Thee. I will follow thee wherever you will go. Now, as I say that, I'm seeing the inner child following the wise one, which is the mystic, and the more mature version of self. And this maturity and wisdom has happened because you've seen death, the lily. You've seen death. You've felt death. You've created death. You've experienced death. And not in someone out there, it's in here. You have created endings for the purpose of expansion, but you didn't even really realize that was what was going on. But it's because your soul is so connected to the mystic, connected and protected. You may feel as if you've been very protected through your life, that there's no way I should still be living after that. Okay. there's a collective who has possibly been dealing with, and not even knowing it, dealing with survivor's guilt. And that's real. I've been through that. I don't know that I've ever shared this on the channel, but I experienced a phase of my life, a very trying time, and I experienced breast cancer. And not knowing if you're going to live or not creates something inside of you that I don't even have words for. And you recognize that life is so freaking precious that you gotta go out there and live it. And you can't do it for somebody else. You gotta do it your way. It's like your soul knows, like, I can't freaking do what you all want me to do anymore. I came here for a purpose, and I'm gonna step into it. And with that being said, there were many people in my town that I lived in who all got breast cancer at the same time. And many of them didn't survive. 22 on the timer. And, pardon me. I kept asking, why am I here? Why me? What's so great about me? Why am I supposed to be here? Why did I get to stay? And they didn't. Now, I'm sure that answer is different for many different people. I can tell you, I felt that. And that was something I really had to work with. And trust and have faith. There was a reason. There was something I'm supposed to do. And whether that looks like I was supposed to be here to help raise my kids, thank God, see my grandkids, help them. It's as if I'm not 100% sure all the different reasons I was meant to stay here. But I do know that I did. And I decided that for whatever the reason is, I had to at least give it my best shot. I had to attempt to find a way to live life and embrace it and let my inner child come out here and play and do all the things that it wanted to do that it felt held back from. So if that's you and you are feeling this and maybe not even recognized it, or maybe this is the first time you're recognizing it, This could even stem from not just life-threatening situations. It can also stem from other trials and problems that we've had in our life that we're like, wow, why am I still standing? I can't believe I made it through that. There's a reason that you found the strength to stay here and be here. It is written, and so it is. If you're here, you're meant to be here for whatever reason. And it doesn't feel like knowing the reason is the important thing. It feels like you're here to experience life. So take full advantage of that. Thank you for allowing me to share that, and I hope that helps someone. It's been, to be honest with you, I don't even know, 20 years? I think. It's such a strange time for me because if you've been through it yourself or have been around someone else who has gone through chemo or a very life-threatening incident, there's parts of that you almost just don't remember. Because, I mean, your inner body was working on staying alive, right? And I'm also hearing that, so when someone passes over, honoring the fact that they fulfilled their purpose. We might be sad that they're gone. But another way to look at that is, oh, they lived out their purpose. Like they did it. And sometimes that might be in a shorter time span than we believe should be or was fair or what have you. But for some, that's what I'm hearing. I can't say that that's all. I'm just hearing that someone needs to hear that. That that's a perspective we get to see. And it's trusting in the divine. And I'm seeing that here again as I see this dog. I want to say wolf. This dog wolf, trusting in the magic and the creation of the divine. What do we need to know? What else do we need to know about this message? How is it we're going out there and showing other people how to rise from, I'm hearing, transgressions? That might be a term that you resonate with. Trials, tribulations, all the problems, all the crap. You know, it's kind of all the same thing, right? A hard life. The hard parts of our life. So these thoughts that we've had about the hard life is coming to an end. We're finding some sort of compassion or forgiveness or new awareness so that it's like we can shift our mind from the hard life. It's like we can finally lay it to rest. We can finally let it end. Now that last reading something came out that it didn't really come out in the reading, but I was saying preparing the space for the ending to occur. So it feels as if everything that we're going through in our life helps us prepare for something to end. Ending of a bad phase, ending of a relationship, ending of a pregnancy because you gave birth. With every ending, there's a beginning, and that's what I'm seeing them show here. King of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Going through all of these issues in our life and learning a way to hold space for it and raise our consciousness at the same time, because we're very attuned. And maybe that's why you're still here, is because you are so connected. Like that was part of the purpose coming here as a soul. Being connected to humanness and the divine, the stars, the planets, the cosmos. There's something like you have a strong connection with both. And you've gained the wisdom of here through the life challenges. What else here? Is there anything else that you want to talk to the collective about? Just watch me. Like, it feels like, hey, I've done this before. Just kind of watch me. Okay, so mentors. Who do you look to? Who do you look to as a mentor? Who's done what you would like to do? And how do you model yourself after them? That doesn't mean copy them, although some of it could be. But let's say they read this book and then this book and then this book. You can copy that and see what that means for you, and then you get to come out in your own unique way. 3333. So what does this all have to do with being the snake charmer? Seeing through deception. You're creatively teaching others how to come out of this. What do they need to know about that? As I just looked down, I saw that card, Ceremony of Life. It's reminding me that I've always kind of had this question, like, we have a celebration of life when people pass. And I'm like, why do we have to wait till they die to do that? It's the strangest scenario to me. If we put as much focus into living every day as we do into death and the process and the burial and the celebration of life and da 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 da, if we actually put that focus into the living, I mean, wow. Something to think about. I don't even know what I asked now. What else do we need to know about this being a snake charmer? We have the shadow self. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Shadows are coming to light. Darkness is coming to meet the light. It's coming up from the depths. This life force energy. Anything that was deceptive is coming to light. The snake and the star. It's rising to the surface. Because we see the deception now. So it's like we're being a snake charmer to our own self to get this energy up and out of us. And then we in turn help others, show others. So this is what's coming up. It's given either really, we have an eclipse, coming up later in August. So this feels like to me that now, through the eclipse, these deceptive energies within are going to be rising. We might not like some of those, but they're coming up so that we can get rid of them, so that we can go on about living our life. Not just getting through it, not just passively getting through life. We're here to live it. All of a sudden there's a sense, like all of a sudden I really smell this candle wax melting, which these are not scented candles, but I'm smelling the heat. If that makes sense. I'm smelling the heat. Bottom of the deck again is the star. There's a major healing. There's a major healing happening here in the heart space. Wish I could figure out a way that I'd like this microphone. There is a major healing of the heart space here. This is compassion for you, compassion for yourself, compassion for this part of you that didn't know any better. You were just doing what you were told. You're a loyal person. But now it's time for a truth to be revealed. Now it's time for something to come forward. And it's a truth that you're stepping away from, that you're shifting out of, that you're detaching from. And funny, we had the star and the star, and then we have the tower and the tower. All right, so let's get, what are we teaching now? Because I definitely see that in this wisdom, we're now teaching differently. Oh, wow. It was just kind of a pain right above my left eye. Left side feminine. Seeing things differently now. I'm hearing the maturing woman, the maturing feminine, is now turned around and teaching something. And what do we need to know about teaching? And remember, this doesn't mean you have to be female. This is your feminine energy. So what are we now teaching? What are we turning around and teaching the world? Holy cow. Same cards. Can you believe that? You're now turning around and teaching the masculine energy, the masculine heart space, how to heal, how to rise, how to connect to a higher consciousness. I'm seeing the heart being half feminine, half masculine. You know, a lot of times we talk about the front of the heart, the back of the heart, top and bottom, the green and the pink being higher. I'm seeing this as two sides. This heart space, this actual heart within us, and the heart space functions differently between its two sides. Because one is, I'm hearing, conducive to the masculine energy, and the other is conducive to the feminine energy. What is that smell? My goodness. This is like things are heating up. I smell heat. Don't know how else to describe that. And bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. And then King of Swords. Your heart, this heart space on the feminine side, is helping elevate the masculine's consciousness. It's like sometimes it works simultaneously here, and other times it works this way. I can't explain this any better than that. I know it sounds weird, but so it's kind of very, there's a shape. I can see it on a keyboard on the computer. And it's like an L, but it's diagonal and over. Diagonal and straight. So do you call that a right angle? I don't know, but I'm seeing this, and I don't even know if that's true. But I'm seeing it on a keyboard. So the key I'm hearing to open the door. You hold the key to open the door. I feel like that could go down a whole new rabbit hole, so I'm going to leave that there. If that resonates with you, that resonates with you. And I'm going to close this reading out. Oh, yes. All right. The Animal Spirit Oracle. What is the closing message? I wasn't ready yet. No, we're not taking all this. What is the closing message here for this collective who's shifting their perspective, stepping into their purpose, rising from some form of a survivor's guilt? Wow, I know you can't see how that fell, but this jumped over here and landed on top of the Queen of, I started to say Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups, Lion Spirit. Be generous in spirit, generosity of the heart. Something about the feminine heart space is opening up to be generous. I can't tell you why. Well, I guess the main is what gives it away, to a masculine space. We are stepping into Leo season and being generous to this loving masculine who wants to rise. And then over here we have the dove spirit, be peace, and the coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. I'm hearing giving grace to those walking away. I'm grace to those who have walked away. Grace to those who are taking a different path. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. I'm hearing you're still here. Well, something, someone, an experience with this change, that something's ended and a new beginning. You are here and you are free. Light just went off. You're here. And that's card number 33. It's 4733 as I said that. 33, very significant. You're mastering something. You're mastering something. Does this... I feel like this reading doesn't all flow, and that maybe that's just okay. Like, I personally don't like this kind of scattered, but maybe it's this angle that needed to be given. I'm going to trust in that, and I'm going to leave it here. So, until next time, collective, lead with love, and I will see you next time. Bye now.